Attorney General James Uthmeier, who is the Attorney General for the state of Florida. Multiple porn companies are flagrantly breaking Florida's age verification law by exposing children to harmful, explicit content. Okay, again, I feel like every time this topic comes up, I need to say it. As a dad, that is my responsibility for my children. Thank you, Attorney General James Uthmeier, for your concern for my children. I'll take it from here, bro. As a father of young children and as an attorney general, this is completely unacceptable. Okay, so maybe for your family and how you're raising them, that's a pretty fucked up family. You're raising up kids that are going on porn sites all day, bro. What kind of dad are you? That's really weird. That's really weird. That actually brings up a lot more questions than answers with this. Hold on a second, because that's not happening with me with my kids. What are you doing, Attorney General James Uthmeier? What's going on with your parenting skills or lack thereof? We are taking legal action against these online pornographers who are willfully preying on the innocence of children for their financial gain. So now the kids are paying money and clicking on these ads. Now the kids are going to the porn site, paying money and clicking on ads. What? If this is not the biggest self-report, I don't know what is. And this got community noted, which I have not seen yet. I just see it at the bottom there. So we're going to find this out together. But Attorney General James Uthmeier fights to protect children from online pornography, brings lawsuit against foreign and domestic porn distributors. Let's check it. Computers, VPNs, and web browsers contain comprehensive parental controls to prevent child access to explicit content. Government legislation does not enhance these protections, and ID verification laws can and have been used for doxing, surveillance, and political censorship. And it links the BBC. Oh, that's glorious. That's glorious. So this guy got his ass dragged out for community noting. And Savvy's in here, of course. So you admit you need government overreach in your own home because you are incapable of preventing your kids from accessing adult spaces. Again, full disclosure, I have not read these replies yet. This is the first time I've scrolled down. I didn't even see this community note yet. I read this on my own as a dad, and I had so many, whoa, bro, what the hell's going on at your house right now where you're this concerned about it? Because it sounds to me like you're not a good dad, in my humble opinion. From one dad to another, you need to step your game up, bro. And going to the government to do that for you ain't the way to do it. That's not the right step. Sir D says, there's one way to prevent this as a father, and they call it responsible parenting. Advocating for nanny government is cuck behavior. Renan Zero says, what the F are you talking about? Parents should be better at parenting, and we don't need government overreach just because parents suck at being parents. Yep, 100%. 100%. And it doesn't stop there, because we have a whole slew of people that have quote tweeted this and talked about it. And first, this is actually where I saw it, so credit where it's due. Madam Savvy quote tweeted it, said, another politician peddling ignorant extremism in order to weaponize compassion. And again, before she even goes on here, as a dad, if I was not a dad, I would probably have a very different, okay, maybe we need to hear these sides out because maybe they know what it's like. Maybe parenting in the 21st century or whatever we are right now is a lot harder with technology than I ever thought. And I'm not a dad, so I can't talk. I am a dad of 2 kids, and I understand there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of things that they can get caught up in. There's a lot of temptations of being addicted to screen time and all these other things. I talk about this often on this channel about being a dad with these kids and parental controls and making sure that I understand what they're doing and seeing what they are on and understanding the games that they're playing and why they're playing them, who they're interacting with. All these things go into the daily basis of being a dad and being around the kids. Savvy says, it's up to the parents to parent their children and make adjustments to the internet, and not the culture is inappropriate overreach. Right now, ridiculous groups of unqualified women are pushing that all anime is bad, all anime is childlike, and any of grok is child exploitation. None of this is a fight against prawn. The UK is censoring everything that makes the government look bad and will arrest you for memes. VPNs, crucial for personal privacy, are being blocked. You have to be an adult to get home. You have to be an adult to have the internet. You have to be an adult to have money and cards. You have to be an adult to buy Grok and gain access to Annie, which, by the way, I keep going back to that Annie thing. $30 a month with credit card. Ain't no kids going to spend $30 a month on an animated waifu that is just a girl that kind of sounds naughty, but isn't really naughty unless you like prompt it with these prompts to be naughty with it. And if you're a kid doing that, you're probably laughing at it. Like, that's the thing that these people don't understand is kids will be fucking kids, bro. You were a kid once too. Kids do stupid things. Kids learn and they grow and they experience the world. They don't live in bubble wrap. They don't wake up one day in 18, get pushed out into the world and understand that everything is completely shit-faced. They understand it growing up to get there. It's a gradual approach to understanding reality. It's really not that hard. I weep for this Attorney General's kids, by the way, because yikes, if this is what his household is like. It is up to the adult to deal with their spawn, not you, not the payment processor, not government, not the website. Enlightenment is acknowledging this and allowing fiction you don't like to exist. Stand down, Neanderthal. And I retweeted Emerald Apple because I really, really like this one. This is how communism starts. Take away responsibility and accountability from parents so that the state can take care of them. And then you know the slippery slope of what happens next. This is from Chibi Reviews, who also quote tweeted, says, important censorship news. Attorney General James Uthmeier of the state of Florida is now advocating for forced ID and age verification of the internet, also using the optics of protect children. Please let him know this is unacceptable. And we also have another one from Haley, who this one is, of course, the other side of the story from the NCOSE. And she says, great news! Age verification must be enforced. Childhood exposure to porn is linked to mental health problems, worse school performance, worse relationship satisfaction, and skills as they grow older, and even child-on-child SA. Bro, Haley, come on. What are we doing here? Are we really going to fall for this being her trope where she always goes back to this every single time? It's classic. Absolutely classic. I am in complete shock that this person has the mentality of kids' exposure to porn is linked to mental health problems. Source? Where? Who are these kids? What was their upbringing like? Because I would argue there's probably a direct correlation with kids' exposure to porn and mental health problems of parents that were drug addicts, alcoholics, gambling addicts, doing all kinds of awful things in their home with their kids in view of it. Guys, there are some horrible horror movie style parents in this world that do not care for their kids, should not have their kids around, should have them taken away by child protection services. They are terrible all around parents. And those kids might be exposed to porn. And now we're hearing people like Haley being like, yeah, since that kid saw porn, that's why they grew up and have mental health problems. Completely ignoring the entire broken home that they grew up in and everything else involved with it. And they're just picking and choosing what makes sense for their narrative. It's actually disgusting if you get down to it. And Admiral Poole says, there's no way this many politicians all suddenly pushing age verification is organic. This is a planned, manufactured push to completely eliminate privacy online. 100%. 100%. What a stupid reason to sue. Because you don't want to raise your kids properly. The porn industry has to take responsibility for your shitty kid. Grow up. Governments around the world are just putting protect the kids slogan in a cannon and aiming it at everything. Porn companies aren't exposing children to adult content. Parents aren't parenting. Fuck off. This guy's getting owned pretty well throughout most of the internet. Just like how multiple government officials are flagrantly hiding and suppressing the files to protect a host of them who victimized them, you can't say you're worried for the children when the victims have not faced the justice. Yep, absolutely. He's getting cooked pretty good throughout all the replies there. I got to basically all the ones that I covered today that I wanted to go over. It is a crazy, crazy situation, guys. And the irony and coordination is not lost on me with all of this. Oh, the safety, it's to protect the children. It's to make sure in your best interest, the government is here to help you. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Are the words to run the other way when you hear them. And now we see this happening in America. Fuck out of here with that. I can't stand this kind of stuff. But anyways, I'll leave that there.